Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming by the Federal Reserve building here in New York City at number 33 Liberty Street. What a fitting location to be here representing the Liberty Dollar today. My name is Bernard von NotHaus, and I'm here after trying to redeem a $50 gold certificate here at the Federal Reserve building directly behind me. And guess what? Duh! They repudiated their obligation to give me the gold backing this certificate up. I was horrified that the Federal Reserve would not come through with their fiduciary responsibility. Of course, it didn't surprise me too much because there is almost 2.5 ounces of gold that they would have to give me for the $50 certificate. And of course, they probably didn't want to do that today because that'd be about $1,500 at current market prices. In other words, this $50 certificate right here in the last 80-something years has appreciated over 30 times. Just imagine that, because that's a pretty significant development. The thing is that you all know that this is the day after the Federal Reserve decided to balk in terms of raising the interest rates yet again. That's the noise. This is the balloon. This is representational of the national debt as we're hearing it inflate behind me right here. And earlier when I was at the Federal Reserve, they have a very interactive display here. They have a fantastic coin display. I would urge everybody to go by and see it. They have an interactive display there that actually gives you the opportunity to manage the economy like the Federal Reserve does. Matter of fact, they start out, their very first line is, just imagine this balloon is the U.S. economy. That's what they said. One of their interactive displays. This balloon here is representational of the national debt as they keep inflating it. In any case, as we all know, the Federal Reserve has raised the interest rate 17 times. And of course, why are they doing that? Well, they're doing that because they're fighting inflation. We all know that, right? That's their job, is to fight inflation, okay? But I'm here to tell you, we have no inflation. None. For just a moment here, I would like for you to think back about what was the price of gas when you were buying gas the first time when you were driving. Probably all remember when you were driving, and what was that price of gas? Well, I can tell you that when I started driving, gas was about 25 cents a gallon. What did that mean? That meant that I could actually go down to the gas station, buy 4 gallons of gas for $1. Of course, back in that day, that dollar was backed up by silver. Well, just guess what? That same amount of silver still buys 4 gallons of gas today. Okay? So it isn't the fact that we have inflation. What we have here is a graphic example of how silver money holds its value. And it's actually the pretend little pieces of green paper that have actually lost their value. When you think about it, that it isn't so much that the prices for our food and our clothing and our homes and our gasoline have actually gone up. It's the fact that the value of the U.S. dollar has gone down, and as it has, the debt balloon here has expanded, and is expanding rapidly. We're getting everything we got, right guys? Okay, go for it. Okay, so, any case, so that's the bottom line here. We don't have inflation. What we have is theft of our purchasing power. That is what is actually happening. So, as long as the Federal Reserve can keep us asking the wrong questions, they don't have to come up with the right answers. So what kind of right questions would we be having? Why do we have a Federal Reserve? Why do we have a manipulated monetary system? Isn't that something that the Soviet Russians found out didn't work? Isn't that why we won the Cold War? Because they found out that a managed economy didn't work and they became more market driven. So why do we have this institution here behind us? That would be one question. Another good question would be, why would a private monetary authority masquerading as a quasi-government entity be manipulating the interest rates? Where's that at? You might just simply say, what the hell are they doing? And why? The simple truth is that the Federal Reserve makes their dollars to the U.S. government out of thin air. They constantly inflate the debt by saddling the people with more debt, with more depreciating dollars, driving the purchasing power of our current dollars, all the dollars in circulation at the time that they pump up the economy. How we coming there, guys? Oh, we got to get more air in there. It's bigger than that. I want to say that you can just never tell when the national debt balloon is actually going to explode. We only got one balloon, obviously. We only got one national debt, thank God. All right, so as I was saying, the simple truth is that the Federal Reserve makes the money out of thin air. They constantly inflate the debt and indebt us with an ever-mounting debt load and depreciate our current currency by diluting all the existing dollars. As they do this, the debt, which is symbolized by this balloon back here, constantly keeps inflating and inflating. One of these days, this national debt balloon here is going to explode. But I'm here to tell you that you don't have to lose everything when the debt balloon goes bang! Whoa! Woo! Yeah! Well, I don't think it's going to be such a happy occasion.
Perfect timing, Bernard.
Yeah. Okay, any case, and so that symbolizes what eventually, inevitably will happen as the Federal Reserve continuously inflates the economy with their zero-backed Federal Reserve notes. The whole discussion regarding should we have a weaker dollar, should we have a stronger dollar, is totally off focus. Those are wrong questions also. We don't need a weaker dollar. We don't need a stronger dollar. What we need is a better dollar. What we need is a new dollar that's 100% backed up by gold and silver, and we need that damn quick before this debt balloon explodes like it just did. Now is the time that we need to take some serious action regarding our money, and that's why we're joined here with you today, so that we could dramatize exactly what is happening with the national debt. So what I'd like to introduce to you is the Liberty Dollar. The Liberty Dollar is a brand new dollar. It's 100% backed and 100% redeemable in gold and silver. Since 1998, it's been available in silver. It's been available in paper certificates. Matter of fact, I happen to have some of those right here. Since 1998, the Liberty Dollar has presented a proven, positive, peaceful, and yes, profitable solution to the national debt, to your own debt, to Social Security, to your retirement money, simply by returning back to a gold and silver based currency as was originally demanded in that old document known as the U.S. Constitution. We've gotten a long ways away from those days. The Liberty Dollar is like the FedEx of money. In the early 70s, FedEx came along and offered better services, new products, and brought competition to the post office. They had overnight delivery. The post office didn't have that. The Liberty Dollar is just like that. We bring competition to the money by providing a better currency. We provide an appreciating currency instead of a depreciating currency. Which would you rather have? Plus the fact that you can get the Liberty Dollar at a discount and use it at a profit. You can't go over here to Morgan Chase and get $1 for anything less than $1, but because the Liberty Dollar is a free market currency, because it's based upon gold and silver, means that you can actually get it at a discount and use it at a profit. Every single person here, every single person in our country can profit, should profit from the inflation-proof Liberty dollar. We should be having it right here in front of the Federal Reserve building. It's a free market currency. The free market should reign. I say to hell with inflation and the theft that is represented by it. We should not be ripped off by some sort of manipulated money when we have all of our interest in that, regardless if it's our retirement, our homes, or our children's education. It's come a time that we need to get away from the manipulated U.S. dollar. Certainly the time is now for you to protect yourself, protect your money by an inflation-proof Liberty dollar. I want to urge you to get outside the box. Get your money, get your mind outside of the monetary box. Think about what a Liberty dollar, what an inflation-proof can do for you. The bottom line is that you either change your money or you will continue to lose it as the Federal Reserve inflates the U.S. dollar. Thank you very much for coming. I'm welcome to answer any questions that you have, or if you have a comment, I'd like to hear from you. Thank you.